There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. Okay, Craig. We've got 12 minutes to set a lap. Blue flag. Car clear left. Blue flag. That's a new fastest lap for Wood, 128.04. Blue flag. That puts you 3.8 off the pace. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left.
Thanks, Blade.
P12. That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 1 is 0.35 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 time is quick.
have about 5 laps of fuel left.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Blue flag, yellow flag. The guy behind has just done a 128.57. Left side, clear left.
Clear.
Blue flag.
Pick up the course. Got to slow down and give up that time.
Blue flag. Yellow flag. Fuck's sake, Craig. Restart it and get on it. th place. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Slippery surface flag. There's a car exiting the pits, heads up. P15, only 2 laps of fuel left. Car left. Clear left. Clear. Yellow flag, caution.
28.4.
P17, you've only got enough fuel for this lap. Good lap, that's your quickest today. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1, Sector 2 is 0, and 3-0 off the pace. Sector 3 is a 10th off the pace. Okay, Craig, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Go and validate this lap. Track
They
limits.
say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Box in 290 metres.
Deleted until you reach
Front left, 95%.
Radio check.
Copy.
That's the end of the session. 18th.
Good evening, gents. Welcome to round 4 of the GT3 Pro-Am Series. 60-minute race tonight. You have 1 fast repair and an 18-incident point limit with every 7 after. You have 2 compulsory pit stops to do tonight, so please make sure you do them before the end of the race to avoid getting a penalty at the end of the race. no swearing, remember to not swear during the race. If you're caught swearing, you'll be removed from the server. Yeah, my race across tonight. That is it. If you need to review anything, say your number and lap, and I will get on to that. New track for some of you tonight. Please just be careful on the first few laps. And just respect each other. One race, get everyone home. Good luck, respect each other out there, and have a good race.
Thank you.
The track temp is 27 Celsius. The air temp is 23. We didn't record pit timings. The fuel estimates are not going to be great. P18.
Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
Rolling start. Get ready. Follow car number 09 in the right column. The safety car speed is 68 kilometers per hour.
Catch up, 09, car.
We need to catch up to car number 09.
Get ready, going green.
Okay, Craig, be ready.
Your job.
Go, go, go. Car right.
There's an incident behind. Still there, hold your line.
Clear right, right
Still there,
side.
hold your line.
Right side's clear.
You're on the rock.
One, confirm.
Place.
Left 1.
277, left 1, confirm.
Car left. 14th. Car right.
Good. Just get the bus away. 28.826. Car right. Into the left. 30.158.
Clear right.
New bus.
Nice one, mate. Well done, Craig. B13.
Right, Daniel.
B12. Stay between the lines, please, Craig. We just had a warning for cutting the track. P12. Left side.
Keep to the right. Still there.
Hold your clear left. We are. On your left.
Stay on the right.
Clear left.
You on the left.
Nice pass.
29.613.
P11. clear left.
Clear.
Alright Craig, we've just cut the track. Left side, clear left. P9.
You're in the top 10. Nice work.
Pit lane speed limit is 64 kilometers per hour. We think we'll need to stop again.
Pit box in 10.
Box in 5, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
right here.
Box now. Left front 80%, left rear 87.
Go, go, go!
Pit exit looks clear. Left side.
Still there, hold your line.
Clear left. Nice one, Craig. Great move. Keep it up. Darian is entering the pits. He's in P10. I think he'll come out just in front. The guy ahead ahead is Thompson, car number 220, C licence, and their rating is 1.5. The gap to Thompson in front is now 1.9 seconds. P16. Shane is pitting from position 8. We think he'll come out just in front of you. V14.
Hold the line.
The lead is pitting now.
Okay, Craig, the next car left.
Still there, hold your line.
Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Schmitz is pitting from P3. We think he'll come out a little way behind you.
You're in the top 10.
The car in front of us is Thompson, car number 220, C licence, and their rating is 1.5. Yellow flag, watch out.
Car stops on the left. Go left. The lead is pitting now.
We've been warned about track limits. The gap to E7 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.7 seconds. Eighth place. That's halfway. Should be about 14. Laps of fuel left.
Car gt3 has taken the lead. 29.156.
Front is now 1.1. Okay, Craig, the pit window is now open. We have no recorded pit timings. The exit position estimates are unreliable. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P24. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. 128. E70. Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy, please, Craig. B6. Car left. Clear left. Well done, Craig. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P5.
Base Control, can you have a look at car 133 and see if he's blue flagged? There's not coming up blue flags on there, but he's in 25th.
The lead is pitting now.
On your right.
Still there. Stay on the left.
I can
You're
see
right.
you
On the
all
right.
fine.
Car 660.
Thanks, Will.
Good stuff, mate. This is fucking excellent. E4.
945.
So,
That's right.
Car right.
Still there.
Right side's clear. On you. Is hitting from position 23. Expect him to come out a bit behind you. On your right. Watch your speed. Clear right. Car right. Clear right. Box in 320 meters.
Pit box in 10,
Box in 5, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
right here.
Box now. Front left 63%. Left rear 78.
That's it, go.
There's traffic behind. Take care. You've got cold front tyres. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Okay, Craig. Come on. Stay focused. Apexes and exits. Apexes and exits.
The lead is up 29.398.
E12.
5, 7. The lead is pitting now.
Alright, Craig. The next car is Ngayan. Car number 087. behind is now 1.1.
Up the front.
Race control, can you look at lap 31, hard 9?
Back with the 9, for the left, copy that.
We're looking alright here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth. V11. On your left. Clear left.
You're on the left.
Car left.
Stay on the right. Still there.
Still there. Clear left.
Clear.
The next car is Thompson, car number 220, C license, and their rating is 1.5.
The lead is pitting now. 10 minutes to go. This is less than optimal. Car 75. Up the front.
Okay, Craig, the next car is B, car number 399, and their rating is 1.3.
Car behind is closing on you. The gap is 8.4 seconds.
The gap to B13 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.3. 14.
3, 4. We have about 5 laps of fuel left. That car is a lap down. 29.383.
I'm so sorry about that.
Car stop on the left.
Yellow flag.
On the left. Car stop
Left
on
side.
The left. Car on your left. The leader is running.
Clear left.
29.105.
Baz is pitting from E3. He should come out just in front of you. Car left.
On your left. Keep to the right.
Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Car right.
Still there.
Right side's
Hold the
clear.
line. Clear on the right. You got a slow car on the left. 29.893. Car
On your left. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Left side. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
Clear. The leader's pitting now. Left side.
Clear left. Left side.
Still there.
Clear left.
Clear. The leader's pitting now.
P13. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Left side, clear left.
Clear.
Car left.
Still there. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Stay on the right. 30.
Hold your line.
8.
Clear left. You've only got enough fuel for this lap. Car left. Clear left.
Clear.
Hit this lap. In this lap.
You're losing on the car in front. Figure 1.7 seconds. White flag, white flag. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. 32.058.
1 more lap to go. Two litres remaining. One litre remaining. Thirteenth place. That's a good finish. Nice one.
Checkered flag, checkered flag. Better schedule some testing. We'll get them next time.
That's the end of the session.
Might have had a chance there.
Yeah, I was saving fuel really hard the last 2 laps. Yeah, I saw you coming. I reckon another lap and you would have been through.
Andy?
Good driving, mate. See you next week.
Yep.
Give me
Give me a second, buddy. You'll wait. You're really quiet on my end.
Nice race, Dave.
Try again.
Yeah, great race, Jeff. You're just too quick tonight. Really good drive.
Bondi, I'm gonna just. I'm just gonna ask real quick. Can you just
All the fast
try
guys went
and
up to pro, mate.
put your mic closer to you? You sound like you're small.
Is that better
Well,
now?
next.
Yep, I can hear you
Yep.
properly now.
Okay. Car 517, lap 37,
I'd have to sandbag a little bit.
moving under brakes.
517. 37. Works. Cool. Hot chains. 37. Do you know which part of the lap it was?
The very last part, that hairpin.
Yeah, great race there, Jeff. I was
Lap
a bit
38.
surprised that
I was
where we popped out. But yeah, that was
considering
awesome.
it, but he didn't really
Ooh.
move enough.
That was good racing.
So you said 37?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He did it for like the last few.
Yeah.
So-
Scott?
Hey guys.
Cool. Thank you, Bondi. I've taken note of that and put it in now.
Thank you. Have a good night then.
You too.
I don't know if it did, to be honest. I think it was in the first stint, it was clear it was really fast. But yeah, maybe I pushed a bit too hard on the tyre and burnt them off a bit. I was definitely struggling at the end, but yeah, it's yeah, I was surprised that he had the McLaren as fast as he did. So yeah, don't know what to say to be honest, but yeah, I think the Aston was probably pretty strong, but it was just hard to get the tyre alive.
Sonoma, your thoughts on this racetrack? Was it one that you were looking forward to?
Yeah, it was. I didn't pull it into a heap of testing, but I enjoyed driving around the last couple of days, just trying to see where it all goes. It looks nicer now. They've done the graphics update on it. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a good track. There's 1,000 different variants of it, so they're all very similar. But yeah, it's a good track. I enjoy it.
Indeed. Now, talk us through the lay of the land, mate. I mean, obviously, next week we go to an enduro mode, 90 minutes, and Phillip Island. How do you plan to play the rest of the season? Because, quite frankly, you've got, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, you've got Sam Chapman, you've got Jeff Adams, you've got Dylan Shepherd, you've got Craig Bond, all standing by to have a chat to us. Bondy and also Jeff, we'll get to you guys shortly. We'll get to Chapo and Shep in just a few moments, considering that they were in the pro split race here as well. And Chapo's just disappointed there's not a Toyota in the GT3 ranks. But sticking with you, Daniel Edmonds, what's the game plan now, mate? Because as you say, there could well be a point in this series where some of the regular GT3 Pro runners return to this to the fold. I'm thinking next week will be one of those instances because of the track that we're going to. How do you go about it when you've got a championship that you're firmly in contention for, but you've also got to take each race as it comes? Do you have a game plan in mind as to how do you contend with the guys that you're up against in the championship as opposed to the guys that you're just going to be racing on a week-to-week sort of basis?
Speed everyone's probably the easiest way to do it. But
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's really what you would do until the last few rounds. You know, you just have to try and maximize every race and finish at the front. There's no point like playing maths games when you've got, you know, more than half the season to go. You'll just get yourself in trouble if someone makes a late run and you've not sort of factored them into your who you think is in contention or not. So just go out, try and win, and stay at the front, stuff like that. It's pretty simple at the moment.
Indeed. Talk to me about what else is on your racing schedule between now and next Monday, mate.
It's a good question. Don't really know, to be honest. I'm really confident about what else I'm going to do for the rest of the week. Just wing it and see what happens, I guess.
And I guess the only other thing we should ask you at this particular point in time is, because it's been topical this evening, I'm just going to go and have a look at the comments to verify what it was from earlier. There's a new online game that all the Orbit Drop Bear stable have immersed themselves in. Do you dabble in anything else in the online gaming world, or is it strictly the sim racing stuff?
Strictly the sim at the moment. Been playing It Takes Two with my fiance, so that's been pretty fun. We've been jumping around and doing some teamwork and collaboration, so it's been a bit of fun. But yeah, just mainly the sim for me online.
Very nicely done. Hey, great performance tonight, mate. Well done. Lovely form finish. That'll look magnificent on the DPR Racing socials, I'm sure, and in your Discord chat thread. Team orders, form finish, photo, 1-2, whatever you want to call it. Magnificent. Great work from you guys. A clear cut, far and away above everybody else tonight. Shep did give you an advantage by starting from pit lane, but he was a very comfortable third. Well done. We'll see if you guys can back that up when we get to the island next week.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad everyone liked the form finish, and shout out to Shep as well. To go last to third's pretty good. So he was obviously fast. Just a shame he didn't get to take the start. So yeah, well done to him.
Well, actually, let's go there now and catch up with him. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. Shep, what the bloody hell happened?
Well, I went to grab a drink before the start of the race, and I'm still running a mobile hotspot that's tethered to my computer, and I booted it with my foot on the way up, and it disconnected the internet. So, yeah, it was a bit of a crazy rush to get in the server and set the race fuel. But look, I think at the end of the day, looking at Dyson and Daniel's pace, I think third is probably where I would have ended up. Them boys were bloody quick. So to kind of end up where I think I probably ended up deserving is pretty happy with that. But I think Daniel and Andrew were on another level tonight, and yeah, I think they deserve to take that 1-2 that they got.
Indeed. Hey, talk to me about. I can sympathise. By the way, I can relate because I went. No word of a lie. I told the audience earlier. I went to plug a phone charger into the power board that runs all of this gear, and it crapped itself when I plugged it in. So I had an issue between the intermission as well, but thankfully it didn't affect the on-air programming because that's all coming out of Adam Lavis's end. But yeah, it's an interesting thing sometimes. Technology is very temperamental. Only a little jolt here or jolt there, and yeah, you're up the creek without the paddle. Talk to me about the charge through the field though, mate, because that was fantastic. It was very clear very early on that you're on the reverse strat, and you ended up making it work very well.
Yeah, like I thought to myself, early on, I didn't want to get caught up in too many battles. I didn't feel like my pace was the strongest. Like when I was kind of caught the field after like lap 1 or 2, I was like, I'm not really making huge gains on everyone. That's going to be an easy job to get through the field. So I thought the alternate strategy was probably the best route to try and stay out of trouble. The field is pretty competitive, and everyone will fight you for it, deservedly. So yeah, I thought I should try something different and avoid the traffic. And yeah, I was pretty surprised that I came out where I did. I was watching the relative timing screen to make sure that to see where that pit lane transit time would put me, and yeah, to kind of see midway through the race that might be on for a podium. So I muted the Discord, told the boys I've got to lock in for a little bit here and set some laps. So yeah, it was pretty boring in terms of not having too many. I think I passed 3 cars on track, really. But yeah, the strategy worked well.
Indeed, it did, mate. Talk to me about how you're enjoying getting acquainted with the Aston Martin, because again, and I don't want to put the mocker on it, but that helps your championship aspirations tenfold tonight. The fact that you're able to recover it and salvage it. I mean, it's going to be neck and crop between you and Daniel, and again, you're going to have the same considerations to make that he does with the guys that are going to be coming and going as the season goes on, as opposed to the guys that are committed to the whole thing week in, week out. So obviously it looks as though from the outside looking in, the Aston and you are a good fit so far.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I drove the Merc last season, and I think they're pretty similar front engine. I think from what I've heard from people that work on them in real life, they're actually quite a similar car in real life. They're almost the exact same chassis with just different body and motor and driveline slapped in it. But yeah, for me, it handles pretty similar to the Merc, so I haven't had to adjust my driving style too much from the last season. Yeah, it's quick out the gate. It's pretty easy to tune. I don't have to put too much time into the setups, and they seem to react the way you expect them to. So yeah, really tunable, quite easy to drive, and yeah, competitive. So I think it ticks most of the boxes.
I think so. Let's have a chat about a couple of other things here, mate, because it's very clear that, I mean, when we look at the ins and outs of the series thus far, Adam Lavis is currently crunching the numbers, but it's very clear that the numbers on the grid aren't what they used to be. And I mean, I'm looking down here. Unlucky for your teammate Miles Burgess earlier in the race, got caught up. Did cop a 15-second invoice. That's actually going to drop him down to 11th and put John Wright up into the top 10, if I'm reading that score sheet correctly. Hard luck for him. But what do you put it down to? The absence of troops at the moment across the board, including within your own stable?
Look, I think we're just coming off the back end of a pretty busy weekend. You know, the OPR boys, we did, you know, the GT Pro series, which you wonderfully commentated on the Friday night.
Thank you.
The OPR and VE stable working together, did the IVRA Round 1 Championship on the Saturday night, and then there was the V8 Scops Bathurst 1000 on the Sunday night. So yeah, just our stable, that's 3 races right there that kept the boys busy. I could imagine that a lot of the other teams, especially Drop Bear, you know, they did IVRA, they did Scops. I think they had a couple of cars in GT Pro. So I think we're just coming off a pretty big weekend. Everyone's got the Monday hangover. You know, it's a great track. I wouldn't see any reason why people would want to miss this track. It's just, I think, yeah, busy weekend. People are probably just taking the night to relax.
And I guess it's good that we've got that system in place where they've got the ability to do that, mate, rather than having to commit to the whole 10 rounds. If circumstances prevent you from doing so, you have got 2 drop rounds to fall back upon. But as you know, the pitfalls of that are you now need to make, if you've missed 1 or 2 rounds already to this point, you need to make every post a win over the remaining 6 weeks of the campaign.
Yeah, 100%. You know, with my real life schedule and racing, it can be hard. I think Monday nights probably work the best for me, but yeah, traditionally, I think this series, this night is probably my best night for a proper crack at the championship. But yeah, I think just like Daniel said, like there's still a long way to go. I'm not putting all my eggs in the basket. I'm not trying to take it too serious, just trying to enjoy it. And so far I am. And yeah, just taking it round by round. If things look this good towards the back end, then maybe I'll have to really, you know, tighten up the boots and go for hell. But at this rate, yeah, it's just been really fun so far and competitive as well. Like, you know, there's a few, even though we haven't had the regulars here each week, there's some guys I think coming out showing some really good pace. Like Daniel, like I haven't seen him on track much before this season, and he's just come out swinging. He's bloody quick competitor to race against on track. You know, Sebastian Escondaro for the Max Boost, you know, he's come out, he's bloody quick as well. So a lot of names in there that we haven't seen before that are quick. I think this series produces that. People come and go, but there's always that tough competition.
Absolutely, that is the case. Hey, talk to me about Phillip Island. We expect a few more on grid there, a few more to come out of the woodwork. And I know circuit selection has been a bit of a talking point so far this season, but that's always a favourite and always puts up a cracking display, a cracking show, cracking entertainment, cracking contest. What are you most looking forward to about that? Because it'll be the first time that we've taken the Aston Martin there.
Yeah, look, I think it's an awesome track. It's a proper, you know, GT track in Australia, one of few, I think. Where, yeah, like, you know, in real life, the GTs actually get to stretch their legs and use their aero. So, yeah, local track, everyone, yeah, should get around it. It makes some good racing. The tyre deg, I mean, it's enduro as well, so we'll have that to think about. There'll be different tyre strategies, I think. yeah, I think it's a track that produces great racing.
And what does the rest of the week look like for you, mate? I would hazard a guess that we're looking forward to the business end of the real world motor racing season, but also, of course, you have got a championship to consider here. Not least, of course, as you quite rightly mentioned, 5 weeks away. We've got that big weekend where you've got the final round of the GT Pro as well.
Yeah, look, I fly out to Gold Coast on Wednesday for the Crow Cup. So yeah, I'm out on the sim for the rest of the week. But hopefully Monday's a time in lieu, so I should be able to spend Monday getting my head around Phillip Island. The rest of the season, I think most of it will fall on like that. There's only got Gold Coast, Sandown, and Adelaide left, so I think I should be good for the rest of the season. Just use the Mondays of the race weekends off to get the laps in.
All right, mate. Very nicely done. Good luck with the trip to the Gold Coast. We hope that goes well. Hopefully you don't get the hailstorm that they copped on Saturday afternoon. That could be very expensive in a motor racing paddock. But no, all the best with that. Hopefully no delays on the return home, and we'll see you back here Monday night for Phillip Island. Even though we're broadcasting the Pro-Am split, we'll be keeping one eye on the results for sure. So thanks for your time as always, mate. Go well.
Cheers, mate. Thanks to everyone for putting on a good show, and the work in the background. Appreciate it.
Indeed. Sam Chapman, Jeff Adams, Craig Bond waiting here. Bondy, I know you're a schoolboy, so I'll get to you very shortly. But firstly, Chappo, you're not exactly here to talk about GT3, let's be perfectly honest. But I'm going to ask you about it anyway. Disappointment, very unlucky the way in which matrix and physics combined to give you a really raw end of the deal there with the incident on lap 1. Here it is for the benefit of all and sundry that didn't see it earlier. On the right-hand side, a little bit of Mustang doing Porsche things, a wall scrape, off we go. There goes the rear wing. There goes Chapo's hopes. You finish a lap down, but thankfully some attrition around you, mate, and you recover to 12th. Would it be fair to say, though, that you might have already burnt both your drop rounds to this point?
Oh, probably burnt 3 drop rounds just about. Like, it's, I'm not a fan of the new tyre models, I'm not a fan of a GT4, not a fan of a GT3. It clearly requires more skill than I have, and I'd take it a little bit too hot early days. But yeah, that was just getting caught out there. The first lap was otherwise really good, and then I just got the rear end went on me and largely saved it, but that rear wing seems to cut so far back that I was able to knock off the rear wing and just about not touch the rear end. So, that was that from there, and then it became pretty boring, wobble around to the back.
He's not a fan of anything, it would seem, ladies and gentlemen. Tough run for you blokes on Friday night as well. So let's step lively away from GT3, except before we do, let's ask you Phillip Island next week. Surely a turnaround opportunity there for you, considering that technically, before the drop rounds even come into the equation, mate, you are still in the mix here.
Yeah, we'll see once drop rounds come into the equation and see who joins and who goes away. I mean, it's, I'll see if I can make each of the rounds, and Phillip Island I think will be a bit more fun. We'll probably pick up a few more people for Phillip Island as well. I think these, the tracks that people don't necessarily have sets for and can't really practice as easily, I think are probably struggling a bit for numbers. But hopefully with things like PI, maybe Sebring, I'm not sure what the official situations are those weeks, but that should hopefully pick up a few more characters. But yeah, that should be fun. Enduro, so we'll kick off for that, and hopefully get to do something decent GT3. I mean, ended up doing okay on Friday, but it wasn't really where we wanted to be. We could have gone definitely a few positions forward. So yeah, onwards and upwards. We'll do my required GT3 and see what we get.
All right, very nicely done. Let's go back and discuss the Toyotas, though. Finally, Andrew bloody Dyson, stranglehold on that series came to an end. He's still in the championship lead by a good way, but his winning run had come to a grinding halt through Mitch McLeod and then also yourself. Very nicely controlled, I thought, in race 2, Chapo.
Yeah, no, thanks. So I was struggling a little bit for pace. I mean, I had to jump in right at the end of practice, and where I put it in quality, but it wasn't, brilliant. So sort of stayed there, tried to find pace for the first race, which didn't really find, but starting in first place for the second race was just able to control it out front and pull out a bit of a gap. There were definitely some wobbles here and there, particularly that hairpin that I just couldn't quite get right. But was able to hold enough of a gap, and with that gap, I was able to weave around a bit and break a bit of the toe, which makes it much more difficult for them to also bump each other forward too. So that worked in my favour. I thought they might catch me, but yeah, was able to hold it. So I was pretty happy with that.
As you should be. And 1 and 3 for the hometown boys on home turf.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad there is a bit of a home ground advantage. The bend hasn't always been kind, so I'm glad we can finally say we got a bit of a dub there. I still haven't attended it in person, but we'll
not missing much.
Well, it's you tell me another place in the country that's making new racetracks, Zach, and I'll wait.
Yeah.
South Australia once again leads the way for this nation. Anyway, I'm looking forward to going up there.
You were singing the praises of your home state quite loudly on Friday night, Chubbo. That's enough of you tooting the trumpet, please. Thank you. But obviously the Toyota campaign back on track. Going to be very hard to stop Andrew Dyson there, though. What are your thoughts on next week in that series, mate?
We'll just see how we go. Like I might join here and there. Like I like racing the Toyotas, but I wasn't gonna sort of commit to it this season. But we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll be able to commit to really any of them this season. So it might be sort of arrive in drives and have a bit of fun. And at least in the Toyotas, I know that I can jump in and be pretty competitive off the bat. But yeah, I mean Snetterton, great track. Donington, great track. They'll both put on great racing, and most tracks put on great racing in these anyway. So we'll see if we can make it.
I need to share this because I haven't done it yet. Ryan Jones and Andrew Dyson now sharing in some banter in our chat thread post race. I did only just see these comments, gentlemen. Sorry about that. Good job. Now go pick on some drivers, your own skill level, you bloody trophy hunter, was the message from Ryan Jones to Andrew Dyson. He quickly fired back with, feels like playing Gran Turismo with the less traditional D spelling on Gran. Track feels wide, tarmac is clean, and it's visually nice. So there you go. Some interesting insights from Dyso and Jonesy at this particular point. Chapo, what else does the week 4 schedule look like for you, please, racing-wise?
Well, hopefully I'll make the Thursday races, although I do have a bit of a clash, so we'll see. I do like Interlagos. Would be good to not lose positions in a race in GT4 on my first lap. That would be lovely, but we'll see about that at some point. I'm not sure if we'll make Interlagos, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we do.
I think Snetterton will be an absolute beauty for you next week as well in the Toyota 86s. So Snetterton into Phillip Island next week. Fast-flowing sort of doubleheader, that one. And looking forward to it immensely. Well done on that. Bad luck here, but nice recovery. Again, cleaning up the pieces of the misfortune of others along the way there, Chapo. But unfortunately, you were the catalyst where it all started. Good recovery. Hopefully the rest of the season improves for you, and we'll be talking again.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
From Sam Chapman, there he is, the great man over there in the city of churches. A winner on home turf, unfortunately. The wine country not so kind to him this evening. Let's. I reckon we got 2 Pro-Am split competitors here, don't we, Adam Lavis, in Jeff Adams and Craig Bond? Yep, there it is.
Yeah. I'm Pro-Am and so is Craig.
Yeah, and thank you, Jeff, for the confirmation. And a 4.3-second victory as well. These boys getting to 40 laps as well tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So even kill across the board there. Jeff Adams, Dave Oliver, Andrew Franklin, Jonathan Hooper, Anthony Adshead, then Vinny Newen, Stephen Templar, Chris Thompson, Warren Ibert, and Paul Wood, the top 10. Can we scroll down to find when my little mate from Gundagai finished, please, there, Adam Lavis? We'll have to scroll a little bit. There we go. 13th, unlucky 13th in this instance, I'd say, for Blondie, half a second down. How many in the field? Already more than pro. Oh, geez, maybe we should have broadcast that race tonight. Bloody hell. Obviously, unlucky for Trucker in 31st. We didn't need to remind him of that. He says that it ended on lap. It ended on lap 4. It ended on lap 10. I don't know where he got 4 from. Quinton de Klerk, 24 laps down. There are a few other retirements there. Richard King in 26th position, one of the last classified in all of that, but the top 25 obviously only score points. Jeff, congratulations, mate. What you're doing in open wheelers, you're now converting and doing in tin tops. Nicely done. Good to see, actually, in on a night where, again, we're talking about such a lack of presence in our pro split. Good to see that there's a strong, competitive, and fruitful grid in the GT3 series. The quality and the quantity both noteworthy in that series, and you at the helm of it tonight with a 4-second win there, as we saw. Talk us through the race, please, mate.
Yeah, it was a good, clean race for myself. Yeah, there wasn't that many incidences, so hats off to the Pro-Am boys. Yeah, I did a good job tonight. As for the way it sort of worked out for Richard King, my teammate, unfortunately, he went in for his second stop and he didn't have his fuel ticked. So he didn't have enough fuel to get back around again, and that was it. He sort of gave it the flick after that, and I don't blame him. So obviously, small mistake, but unfortunately, big consequences.
Absolutely. Always the way around here. Talk us through the strategy, mate, because obviously it was a winning formula.
Yeah, there was an opportunity there to change the fronts maybe on the first stop. Richard did that, and I didn't do the tyres, and I was worried that it was going to be too hard to sort of, if you lost some positions, try to gain those positions back, because this track's quite hard to overtake on. It's all more about people making mistakes rather than actual flat out sort of overtaking opportunities. And yeah, that was sort of, I think I started 5th on the grid, and it was just, I think out of luck. I think a couple of people had some tough luck in some of their mistakes, just rolling off the top on turn 2 there at the top of the hill, or just because it's quite a bit of a roller coaster, this racetrack, and there's a lot of crests that sort of can throw you off, and the other problem was, just trying to get those tyres to last that full race, because without changing those tyres, and there was opportunity there to really flog them, especially with those big long corners there with that big long left-hander. So yeah, I just everything sort of played into my hands and worked out well.
Talk to me about the Aston Martin, mate. Give us your thoughts on that. I've got a couple of other questions here too, but let's start with the car. It is the new toy in the shed. How have you enjoyed that?
Oh, I love it. It's very much like the AMG. It's which has always been one of my favorite cars to drive, and this one just sounds, amazing. Like a bit like the Mustang. They've hit 2 for 2 with these new cars, especially being that that V8 sound. And only thing is, like, they did do a bit of a BOP on this last update in between last week and this week. Doesn't seem to have affected it too much though. But yeah, no, it's didn't have a tune for tonight. Just ran the Red Bull ring and just softened the rear just a fraction, and that seemed to have worked really good for that car. So yeah.
Now, the other point as well, let's just mention for the benefit of everybody at home, right? The turnaround in fortune for you. Didn't race round 1, coming back to that. 16th in round 2, 14th in round 3. First podium of the season comes in round 4, and it's a W. The obvious question there within all of that is, how nice is it to turn around the struggles of the last 2 weeks to then bank a win tonight? And then secondly, you've already burned a drop round. What's the schedule look like for the next 6 weeks, mate? Are there any more holes there in the schedule where you can't commit, or are you good to now have a full crack at this through to the checkered flag?
I should have a good crack at this. I've got, I don't think I've got anything that's going to get in the way, but watch this space. Things can change. But I'm hoping to do the whole season. So yeah, but I think the first couple of rounds, I just didn't do much practice. I was running the 86s and going from the 86 and then straight into the GT3. It's just a bit of a struggle for myself. I need that little bit more time to acclimate, and I think. And then the second time I did it, the second time I had a bad run was I had issues with technology. I had issues with my
Oh, yeah.
wheelbase.
Yep. Yep.
So unfortunately that didn't help. And then this week, a couple of the fast guys got booted up to pro, so it's kind of left me up the front.
Did they accept their invitation? I'm not sure, given how depleted the pro field was this evening. Hey, quickly, thoughts on Phillip Island? Next round of the series, we're going to showcase it live. You guys are on the broadcast next Monday night, 8:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Really looking forward to seeing you in action. 90 minutes there, first of two 90-minute races of the campaign. We know that it'll be one that everyone's looking forward to because it's Phillip Island, because it's home turf, it's familiar, it's a track that most people love. Your thoughts on it and how you might fare?
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Everybody loves this track. I'm hoping to do well. I tend to do well, apart from one time when I got booted. Scotty kicked me out of a race one week.
That's right.
Accidentally.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, so I just remind him for that, just so he just I've got to keep reminding him of that.
Love it.
But yeah, the Phillip Island is obviously a fan favourite for a lot of people. So it's obviously going to be, as you've seen this week, was quite a full grid, and I'm expecting there to be even more next week. So great racing. Hopefully we can keep it clean, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Really looking forward to it indeed, mate. What else does the racing schedule look like this week in the meantime?
There'll be GT4s, and then there'll be skips as well. So that's the other two series that I'm enjoying at the moment, and so I'll put my head into those two, and I'm driving the Mustang in the GT4s, so new toy again. This new toy in the paddock. So I enjoy the Mustang too. It's a great car. Sounds amazing. The GT4 car sounds just as good as the GT3 car. So they've done a good job there, iRacing. And I'm not sure what Chapo was on about these tires. I love the tires. So it takes a little bit of practice, obviously, and you got to really and warming the tires up at the start of the race is actually quite beneficial now. I don't think you need to be over there's not a speed limit that you have to reach before you start getting some heat in the tires. And I think that maybe Sim can probably get some more heat in his tires at the start, and he should be right.
Everyone's going to have their own ideas on that one. Again, that new overhaul, that new model, that was never going to please everybody. But I'm glad that you're one of the beneficiaries of it. You've got your head around it. You're fairly happy with it. Hopefully, Chapo will warm to it eventually. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, tough old slog for him in GT3 going forward, unless iRacing decide to rehash things once again. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. Jeff, well done, mate. Great result. Well played. Look forward to seeing you out there next week.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Adam, for the broadcast. Thanks for doing everything. And hopefully I'll see you next week up the front.
Hopefully so. If not, we'll have a chat regardless. Looking forward to it. There he is, Jeff Adams. Bondi, 13th. Not terribly lucky, not terribly unlucky, but at least you're in the top half of what is a very fruitful field.
Yeah, it was a pretty good night. Glad I could actually make it for Sonoma. I was really looking forward to this one since I saw that on the calendar, and I had some alright pace in practice. I was like 5th or something up there, so I was up front there, and then quali, my last lap I just went off track and then threw that away for like my last 3 decent push laps, so I made a mistake on each of them, so that really cost me and put me on the back foot for the race, having to come out of 17th or something like that. So, and I had to be careful, made my way through the field, didn't want any incidents, and I'm coming out this week clean so far. So hopefully I can keep that up for the remaining races this week without any incidents.
Very nicely done. It must be nice to be back in the sim on a more regular basis now that you're over the man flu or the boy flu in your case.
You think so? Yeah, it's definitely nice to be back on. Probably would have helped if well, can't blame being sick today. I just spent too much time preparing the livery and then not enough time in the car working on a setup. So that cost me in the race as well, having to take a bit more time in pit lane to adjust the setup to get it somewhat drivable for the race. But I just had kind of crap tyre wear by the end and had one spin in the last stint, chucked new fronts on but left the rears, and I don't think that was my greatest decision, but I really needed some help to get the car to turn on that long left-hander. But yeah, it was definitely decent, and it's fun to be back here on more regular basis. I was on it for the majority of the weekend.
Sonoma, you said you were looking forward to it. It's an interesting one considering, I personally enjoy the circuit and have done since I started watching NASCAR road racing here, mate, and even when IndyCar traveled, of course. But what about it stands out for you compared to some of the other tracks that are probably preferred among the rest of the driving cohort?
Absolutely everything. We did have a good turnout tonight for a track which probably isn't everyone's favourite. But yeah, for me, I really enjoy it. It's just different, like a lot different from anything else with the elevation changes and so many different layouts we can use. So it's somewhat like the Bend for layouts, but totally different from any other track in terms of elevation.
Good point. Good point, because there are several tracks that do run a little bit flat compared to this one, and that rise and fall, and also it's a bit twisty, it's a bit technical. There's also obviously some good fast flowing bits to it as well. Now that you're back fighting fit, what's the schedule look like for you for this week?
I'm pretty sure I can race every night except for Friday. I've got work, but not looking forward to that. But yeah, should be for every day this week. So Wednesday I'll be doing Trans Am and Supercars, and then Thursday I'll be in GT4s and Supercars. So, what is it? Porsche Cup.
Porsches, yeah.
I've already lost it.
Take it, Bondi. You have, absolutely.
Yeah, and then I don't know what I'll do.
Indy
after
on
that.
Friday night?
Should be work.
Oh, okay. So we'll see. All right. And of course, we're getting towards the back end of the karting year as well. But let me ask you this: why the Mustang?
Oh, I spent too much of my afternoon trying to find what car would be best, and I should have just went with my heart. I've always wanted to come back to this car after driving the Beamer, but it seems pretty good. I enjoy it, the sound. You can't beat a loud, grunting V8, so had to choose the Mustang. I'm a Ford boy, so I had to run it. Otherwise, I'd probably be kicked out of the house. So, yeah, I love the car.
That's fair.
It's quick. It pretty much took for me to look at the GT Pro to confirm that I was going to run this, because it was like pretty competitive up front in that for qualifying at least. So, yeah, that was pretty much the final straw telling me to run the Mustang.
Fair call. Fair call. And Phillip Island next week. The fact that we're on broadcast, we'll be able to call you in action. Where are the goalposts with that one? 13th's a good launch pad. No doubt you'd be aiming a little bit higher.
Not in a gravel trap, not off track, and to finish. So, I don't know.
Yep.
I'll probably need to do some practice. I'm not that bad in this car and at Phillip Island, but I don't know what that's going to be like, so I'm probably going to be a bit further back, but I might have to get around to set up over that weekend and try and come in to Monday on the front foot.
All right, very nicely done. Let's hope for the best at Phillip Island for you. A busy week in the meantime, mate. Thanks for stopping on by. We're running out of time here, but go well. We'll catch up.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for doing the broadcast tonight.
You're welcome. Anytime. Why would I miss a Monday? There he is, 1C Bond from the Road to Gunda guy. Now, championship points can be updated for you with thanks to Adam Lavis of the Waste Option.